Hey guys, so browsing the forums a bit, and I saw something that was kind of, I don't know what the right word is, strange, I guess. And it was basically people wanting to set up TACAN stations at every single airfield. And I got to thinking, why would you ever do that? And it occurred to me that people don't know how to navigate in the F-18 unless they have a TACAN. And maybe that's because they've done Case 1 landings and they've seen how the TACAN works, and so because of that, they rely too much on the TACAN. So I thought I'd make this quick tutorial on how to navigate without a TACAN and how to set up to practice carrier landings or Case 1 landings at an airfield that does not have a TACAN, only using waypoints and still using your course line to simulate BRC. So first off, you can see we're here at Makeup. I picked this place because it's flat pretty much everywhere around here. And the first thing you're going to want to do is bring up your HSI. And you should have that here on the bottom anyway, most of the time. And in the HSI, it allows you to have a data page where you can specify waypoints. Now at the time of making this video, when you click up and down for the waypoint selector, the number doesn't change here and here. But it's actually moving. If you go back to the HSI page, you can see it's moving. And if you come up to here, it then says 4. But if I click up twice, it still says 4. And if I go back to the HSI, it says 6. This will probably be fixed in a later point in the game. But for right now, that's kind of the issue. If you encounter it, that's all it is. If you need to check which one you're on, you simply flip back over to the HSI page. Or you can put your HSI up on the right or left DDI, and this will allow you to flip through up here. It's only broken on the bottom one. So, for the sake of this tutorial, we'll go ahead and use the right DDI. So we'll go ahead and put it at waypoint 1. 0 is where we started, and since this is an air start, it's somewhere right about here. But for right now, we'll go ahead and switch over to waypoint 1. So in order to land at Makeup, in order to give us a waypoint, we need basically the center of the airfield. Now, the quickest way to get it would be to go to the F10 map, click on Makeup, and remember these coordinates right here on the left. Let's go ahead and punch in these coordinates. So we'll start with north, 44, 40, 17. We can go ahead and make sure you're on the data page on the HSI. So if you're here, hit data, and you're going to hit UFC. And this is going to bring up the options for entering data on the UFC or your waypoint. The first thing you want to do is position, and this will give us the degrees or lat long. So we go ahead and enter in the first one, which is north 44, 40, 17. So you're going to start with hitting in on the 2 to designate north, 44, what was it? 4017, 4017. Enter. You can see that put north in here. So the next thing we're going to do is hit east, and the east was 400117. So we hit 400117. Enter. That gives us our waypoint. We're completely done. That's it. That's all you have to do to get a waypoint in the system is enter the lat long. You can enter elevation if you're doing some bombing runs. You need the elevation for auto bombing. Probably some other stuff, but we can go over that later. Another way you can do it is if you know the MGRS coordinates, you can do that here, but I don't think that is implemented at this time. This doesn't seem to do anything. So if we look at our HSI, we can see that there is our waypoint. This is Makeup. It is the center of the runway. And let's go ahead and reference it down here now. Put our FCS back up over here. If I go ahead and hold the course switch, oh, sorry, that's box waypoint. Hold the course switch, you can see I get the course heading, just like I would on the boat. And in order to do that, For TACAN, you would box TACAN and see it disappears here, and it is assuming if we're attached to a TACAN, we would see the course line. But since we're not on a TACAN, we go ahead and hit waypoint. We go ahead and change our course heading. Now, in order to get the course heading, you're going to have to reference the kneeboard, and I realize that's cut off. I have a widescreen, ultra wide screen, so you guys can't see it. But the runway that we are going to head to land is going to be 033. Punch in 033, and there's our runway heading. Just like you're on the boat. The boat would be moving in this direction, and now you can practice. And that's all you need to do to get everything set up. So as you can see, I'm kind of in a holding pattern here, roughly 2,000 feet. Left-hand turn. Approximately going to be about a 5-mile diameter, maybe a little bit more, probably a little bit more. But that's okay. But I could basically use this to practice everything without having to deal with the boat. And this would give me a more stable approach pattern. I can practice simple turns without having to move the boat and reset every time. I can set up an air start right here and just go in and loop around and go in and loop around and go in and loop around and so on. Over and over and over until I feel like I've got it. I also saw on the forums just the other day, unfortunately I don't have a link right now. If I find it, I will put it in the description below. Someone was setting up a mod that showed a carrier landing strip for a runway, which I thought was pretty cool. So hopefully I'll take a look for that for this video and I'll post it, and you know, hopefully you guys can get that installed, do your carrier landings on land, or your practices on land over and over and over. Hopefully someone comes up with some sort of iFLAS device that sticks here and you can call the ball and do everything on land as well for practice, and you know, we can go from there. In the meantime, hope you guys like this. I got some more content I'm slowly putting together for the future here, and hopefully I get that out soon. But hopefully this helped some of you. If it didn't and you already knew this, well, good for you. And you know, keep practicing, keep getting better, and I'll catch you guys next time.